Big Cat Dog, hit me with what's going on.
We're getting in here.
Fir- First turn Ice Dragon, huh?
Ooh,
Seems
the
okay.
nicest of dragons. Whoa, oh, this is turn one going second.
Yeah.
That's a big PogChamp for me, dog.
Hey, Iori, chill
Arr.
out.
Ooh, ooh. Whoa.
Hits the Let's Cut Loose,
Man
drops it
is
down.
not finished with you.
Calm down a little bit, I think.
Makes a check with the sense of morals. Nice. I guess this kind of guarantees he's gonna get something. Is this more offense coming in? Just saying, listen, you can't kill me if you're already dead. Yeah, okay.
Yup.
I thought it might have been just some. I thought it might have just wanted to get a foundation there from the discard pile.
Yeah,
Not sure
I
what the.
mean, it says mill one, grab a cool thing that I want.
Yeah. Well, you could have got another season guide there or something. I don't know. But
Yeah. No
anyway, yeah.
cards in Goro's
Three
hand?
build and no cards. Foundations in Iori staging area? No foundations.
No foundations to be found, for sure.
And so I gotta think that whatever he plays out here is gonna have a meeting with a nice dragon again next turn.
Yeah.
You gotta imagine.
Gotta imagine.
Oh, that's right. This is probably. This might be a rough spot with the very. Oh, actually, okay. I'm ping ponging back and forth. Where like, on one hand, I was thinking to myself, oh, the draw two off of Yatome is kind of ineffective against Goro. Like it's reducing, like barely a seventh of his life total.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you know what card's really good against Goro is power. You know what keyword is fantastic against Goro? Powerful six.
Yeah.
Kind of the
Powerful Six is
opposite.
pretty good.
Yep, there's the shuffle away. Who needs marrying age anyway?
All right, Chad. I am caught up with the administrative stuff. So
Oh,
I think
big
this is just
nut.
all based on how quickly can Goro just slam down, just like whirlwind toss these attacks, and
Yeah, I'm
Yori do nothing about it.
curious to see the no season guide play here. We're playing around Breaker, I suppose. It's interesting. Yeah, the stun three nice dragon, maybe running into a vote, but maybe not.
No.
And I hope he saved a low block for that 12 damage Nutcracker that's coming up after this.
Yeah. It seems like the
Actually, does he have a low block that could actually succeed there? Let me go check out the whole deck list here.
dropping 4 extra damage on this Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon, one of those tools that Goro just recently got for the all symbol that hits like a truck, and I see Ice Dragon within the first 3 turns of the game as just essentially lose a turn, right? Just skip a turn.
Yeah. I
And
mean, it probably sets you back one full turn, like right, like it's turn two. Oh well, now it's turn one for you. Oh,
yeah,
it's you're supposed to be untapping for turn four. Well, no, you're really on turn three.
yeah. And the fact that that Goro gets to like play Ice Dragon every single turn is like
Yeah,
wowzers.
pretty nice. Yeah, I'm looking at. There aren't any flash lightnings in here, and I'm not sure if there's any really good low blocks in the foundation base. Like the best we might be able to do is something like a Orphaned Alchemist.
We are at 14. This thing is gonna smack us for another 12.
I love this. So with the season guide here, he's gonna get some deck inspect. Oh my god.
Born better. Some people are born better. Get a little information
Yeah,
here.
take a peek.
There's a 6 on top. If you've got another
Probably
attack, just
no. I'm burning that off. I'm gonna Goro or Sense of Morals that away, and then I'm just gonna take a blind draw with a Nutcracker for sure.
good point. Good point.
Iori is up against it here, I think. He's got several +2s, but nothing better than that. And actually, wait, can this... Oh, did that first Ice Dragon hit? Could this be EX3'd? No, he sent it to discard pile for sure.
Yeah, so we can pick it up.
Yeah.
Here's like the biggest note about the Iori matchup, right?
Yeah.
Since Goro's punching him in the mouth, it just means that he is limited the number of times that he's allowed to enhance burn 3, right?
Yeah, it's really the opposite of your Scorpion matchup in Standard, where a lot of times, if he's at 8 or 1, it's really the same thing. Some things are a bit limited, but it's very hard to hit him to a point where he'll actually just be dead.
Alpha, they draw 3. Did we find anything? There's a Meteor, commit 1, play 1 more attack. He does not find it, but he could find it off the Morning Loss because of the fact we have no cards in hand, a face down, and Goro. If he finds
3 progressive.
Yeah.
No, not it.
But that is okay. He lets Iori at 2. He doesn't even get to play the enhance on his character, which means, honestly, Iori's really, really slow right now.
Yeah, he is in rough shape. I don't know if this is over, but it's close.
I don't know how Iori finds 40 damage with Goro having at least 2 cards to probably block with.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Do you just scoop it up here?
Well,
just go to the next game?
I don't scoop unless I look at my hand and I decide if I'm scooping or not.
Yeah.
Life Force Sword is not my favorite way to start this. Although it does say, well, hey, Goro, simplify your hand for me, please, because you don't want me getting this momentum.
For sure.
I mean, the path to 40 certainly involves probably checking a 6 on a Fumasil next.
Yes.
And then getting another draw, getting let's imagine Goro has no cards in its hand, right? So Life Force Sword takes him to 32. Fuma will. Oh, you don't want to see Let's Go Loose there. But yeah. So that's still suppose he somehow doesn't take any blocks. You're just like, it's the Morning Loss for next turn or something. He goes to 32, and then Powerful 6 gains a momentum with Fumasil. 2 copies of Bling with Determination go to momentum. So then Powerful 6 is at 24 damage, and then he burns him for 3 more with a Iori response.
Yeah.
And then he only needs to find 5 more damage, and that's pretty much guaranteed with any other attack.
Yeah. But that's if we didn't just pick up a too low block to block with whatever we want.
Yeah. All right. So short of Fatal Violet, yeah, you can maybe do something with you Yatagarasu and you Text Fury Yatagarasu, or
we attempted to block with 2 Yatagarasus, so the likelihood of finding the third one is fairly low.
Hey, a lot of things are fairly unlikely here.
Yeah. Total Con says, how do you feel about Radiation in the Goro deck? I think it's really, really strong. I think it is a good tool to have inside of all Goro.
Well, I mean, my immediate thought is that it's obviously a card that fills one specific purpose, right? It says, after you have dredged me, you will get a Nutcracker later on, and your Nutcracker will draw an additional card. Yeah. And I am all about that because this deck dredges a lot more cards than it draws. And if it draws a Radiation, it will shuffle it back. On the first turn, you can put it in your staging area and then flip it on turn 2. That's just fine.
Yeah.
And I think actually, the EX mode matters too as well, right? It does something with EX?
Correct. Yeah. It can use itself in order to do cool stuff.
Yeah, that's actually just super good with Nutcracker. I can imagine situations where I want to just use this as 3 more speed on my Nutcracker, to build it and then set up a Nutcracker at hypersonic speed to finish the game off.
For sure. The other thing is
it's an empty Text Sphere.
Yeah. But he's grabbing a momentum. I don't know how he...
Oh, and he checked okay, yeah, this is...
oh.
Ooh.
He gets to draw off.
Get it?
No, he gets to draw off the...
Oh, you're right.
Avarice, but he doesn't get to ready his non-committed whatever.
Ready his foundation that was committed this turn by no effect.
Nothing, yeah. What do we?
I
We have at
don't
least
know.
one throw in the discard pile for Goro. Like I saw a Shokin grab.
Yeah, this game is rather over.
I feel
No,
like
I'm not like of all the decks in the game, like Goro is not one of the ones that will miss a backswing.
yeah.
It is physically not possible.
It's like watching being one of those professional poker players who sit down and are watching a 0-100 hand, and you're just kind of like, all right, hurry up, go, finish it. You cannot win.
Would you like to raise?
Yeah.
Would you like to bet the outcome of the next game on the outcome of this game? All right, we are
responds, burns for a little bit more.
Yeah, 1/4 of the way there, and you have spent all of your foundations. Yeah, so I mean, I think that going first gives you an advantage, and playing Ice Dragon can help steal that advantage back. And I think that's very much what we saw here. Iori was unable to do anything meaningful with his second turn, and then on Goro's second turn, he got to continue delivering the beatdowns and just was in a really unassailable position.
Iori started higher seeded, correct? Or did Goro start higher seed?
Let me double check.
Cool.
I think you're right that Iori was higher seed, but I want to make sure.
Because if so, that just shows you the power of Ice Dragon, like all by itself,
Yeah.
as you were saying. Like going first is good, and saying that I went first instead.
Yeah.
It's well justified running that 2-check.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's always, the way probability works, right, is that if you have a 50% chance, if you are ahead, right, like let's say you're 60% chance to win when you sit down, and then your opponent takes a justified risk that has a 35% chance of just losing the game, like of skipping your turn, right, like playing an attack on turn 1, but it's a justified risk, and that actually on the balance increases their probability of winning. It must do something really good, because if there's a 0 on one side and then a 50-50 on the other side, if one thing has an outcome with 0 value and the expected value actually increases on the other side, it has to be very low probability. I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I get you. Ice Dragon's nuts.
Yep, pretty much. And yeah, I mean, I know I have seen Ice Dragon Goro. I have seen Guilty Throne Goro, which I don't think is in this deck. It's really wild the depths of creativity that are available to Goro decks that really don't get discussed that much, and really doesn't necessarily see that much play. And
conversely, as opposed to talk about Goro, we can talk about Ice Dragon, because that was honestly, I think that was the defining factor of the game, right?
Yes,
I think Ice Dragon making him skip his second turn to try and go in with his 3 foundations and then get bopped to 4 life or whatever was
he
put Ice Dragon in a ton of things.
Yeah, he had a 3 build and then it got stun 3'd, and then he had a 3 build and it got stun 3'd, and the first 3 build was still frozen, so he had nothing to block with. He had no +1 modifiers to play, and he just got to hold a crap load of damage. And when every attack has printed 4 speed these days or better, right, being tapped out is not a place you want to be living.
For sure. Total Con says Goro's top both retro events, best retro deck. Goro could be argued the best deck in the game.
That's a really good point, because let's look at where did the Takedas end up. One dropped at 2x. And the other one do even? Yeah, they both dropped at 2 wins and X losses.
Yeah.
So
that either tells us that people were more prepared.
This, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's wild. What an event! And yeah, we'll see if Iori can improve on his performance of that game. I mean, it straight up was kind of like Iori said, "Hey, here's how fast I am," and Goro said, "That's not fast enough. You're not doing enough action here."
Uh, he told him to slow down. Actually,
He said, "I'm gonna steal the initiative back, and then now it's up to you to stabilize." And he just did not have the foundations, did not have the resources to be able to do that whatsoever.
what happens when Goro doesn't see Ice Dragon within the first 2 turns? Do you think Iori just blows him out?
Well, we were talking about the difficulty of dealing enough damage in this matchup, right? And I think if we look at Iori and say, well, he can turn 3 life into 2 cards, that's fine. But how much damage do 2 cards deal on average, right? Like, what's the damage output of those cards?
Yeah.
And, it's not a lot. He's certainly very much looking for his big finishers. And the thing is that those big finishers largely aren't that fast.
Yeah.
I think he's leaning very heavily on Fatal Violet to be able to pick up a matchup like this, and he's just going to need to really get some kind of engine going to be able to just cast control checks to do that.
It comes with a price. What a card, huh?
Poggers, yes. And this man with his foundations that tap for 2. What a dream.
This is just so he can look at his momentum, I'm sure.
There's a lot of reasons you can play that card.
Are you kidding me?
There's a lot of reasons you can get owned by Ice Dragon. See, no, this is great, though, because now he's going to burn him for 2 with the Azure Nightmare, and then he can just get a momentum next turn and untap. It comes with a price.
Table...
Who cares? Like, freeze these, son!
Table 1 is on game 2. Can we know who...
We got some results.
Won? Question mark? Table 1 is on game 2. Table 4 is on game 2. Table 3 is on game 3. Table 4... I feel like the tables are not correct. Table 4...
No, they're not.
King is up a game on table 1. Tim will just tell me.
Is this in chat? Okay, this is in chat.
Tim's a good TO. Table 4, Iori won.
Iori won outright. Which Iori was that? Which was table 4?
Looks like it was if it is from.
Was that 5-6? Where's the
table 4, Iori won game 1. I'm into it. I'm into it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the Terry matchup for Iori.
I believe so.
With OZ. And do we not have a table? Do we not have a result for table 2? Is that still in flight?
I believe that we are watching table 1 is on game 2. Table 2 is on.
The Raptor.
No, we're watching game 2. Table 2.
We should be watching table 3.
I don't disagree with you, but I think that's just what it is.
Table 3, I guess. Yeah. Oh, he said table 3 is on game 3. Okay. Listen, I'm asking, how are these tables seated? It makes no sense. It's like 1-3. The seatings are 1-3, 2-4.
Tim, you're doing a great job.
Terrible.
Thank you for all the amazing work you've been doing.
I've been hoodwinked and I don't appreciate it.
I have to play good cop here, but I agree with Kevin. Yo, does this guy shuffle? What's going on? How many Living with Determinations is he gonna double build on?
Well, he's gonna chuck one.
Oh my goodness. A big fan. Living with Determination. Andrew Alexa coming in. Looking yoked. Look at those biceps. Ooh, wowza.
Tim, if you look at the standings, second place is Lord Raptor. So I expected he would be on table 2. That's what's going on.
If we look at the top 8 sheet that we've been given, it says Chris Bromley and Cody Kent are on table 1. Jose and Jesse are on table 2. Kobe and Jesse are on table 3. Chris and Osai are on table 4. So that's what I'm saying. Look, this is the table room, my dudes. Hey, once again, I'm playing good cop. All right. Hey, I'm on your side. All right. If you want a meal, you get it. I just hop into rooms. I get it, man. Man, Ice Dragon.
Is this another turn 2 kill coming up? Did you see what he got? Double Nutcracker Shogun.
I think Shokun's probably just for his turn, right? We just block with whatever and then
Yes.
say Iori can't remove his card.
Yes.
Makes sense to me. I think this is like super methodical with what's happening with Goro.
This man is getting butchered right now, man. Straight up.
There is no room for fun play. There's no back and forth. I'm not even sure there's jokes happening. I can feel how deadly serious this Goro is. Just every turn I'm gonna Ice Dragon you and just give you the cold shoulder.
Listen, man. Yeah, he's got 4 shoulders to give with that too.
He certainly does.
This man is picking him up with 2 hands and beating his face with 2 hands. This is like Colby. Man, Colby here is just Kung Lao, and we're gonna have to see if Liu Kang can avenge him later. Because I don't know if this is gonna be survivable right now.
Yeah, I mean, 9 damage. Ice Dragon says it. If he's done, right? If he decides to be merciful and hold these 2 Nutcrackers as breaker 2 blocks, which honestly not a bad play to end on. We get pushed down to 10 and go to 9. I get to do what? 2 enhances on my character. We go for the full block, ended up clutching it. If this hits, which it possibly will, which is a great word choice on my end.
This is definitely feeling like kind of a hit confirm into second Nutcracker kind of situation here. Like if he doesn't block this, or if he eats it, or if he doesn't block this, especially if he fails the block on this, you go for the second one, and you're pretty much guaranteed. Like you can just commit Goro into your face down, or commit Breakfast in your face down rather, or Goro in your face down if you really want to. But if he successfully blocks it, well, maybe you back off, and yeah, we got the Radiation double draw, back up to 4 cards in hand. It's just making him toasty here, man.
Efficient. That's all I can see it is. Looks like Jesse is out. He had no cards in hand game 3, and I drew no attacks. Oh, buddy.
Oh.
The
we got the crispy defense.
In
all
the
right.
whole wide world.
So now, what do you think? I just have to so much depends on all the hidden information we don't have for Goro, because he's just drawn what I guess
Two
only
extra
2 cards. 2 cards, yeah. We have 2 blind cards. We have a Shoken, and we have a Nutcracker. If he drew 2 foundations, I think you just play your foundations, right?
Yeah.
Say, well, hey, look,
King
you got
wins 2-0.
Who did? Sorry,
King does.
King. All right. Well, now what narrative do you think comes out of this if our Erstwhile Iori bros get swept here?
Well, if one more time.
What happens? What narrative do you think comes out of this weekend if all of our Ioris get knocked out? We have a top 4 of Goro, Terry, King, and Lord Raptor.
That Iori's fine.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Ken 2 Dot can exist in even just standard, right? Even the new Iori's fine, right?
Yeah.
If Scorpion can exist, it's fine. And Iori's even more volatile because he doesn't give +6 damage to everything. He just makes everything super fast. And really, what is the difference between 2 speed and 3 speed in the grand scheme of things, right?
Well, I mean, the big difference is that Iori draws 2 cards on every attack.
Yeah.
And he also takes away progressive difficulty. And so you get a lot of the if Scorpion can make an attack unblockable and he can go it's kind of hard for him to do that because he has to play it kind of methodically. He has to get to desperation before he really starts kicking into high gear. Iori starts going from turn 1, right? He turns it on and it never turns off.
For sure.
Man, they're just trading 6 checks.
Yeah.
Is he gonna go for another Nutcracker here? And say, listen, you have 2 cards in your pool, you can't block this. But that won't be lethal because of Worthy Vessel. Never mind. Okay.
Because of Worthy Vessel?
Wait. Yeah, well, never mind. Sorry. I for some reason in my head, this was for 9, and so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll put him to 10. And then Yeah, Nutcracker's totally a 10 damage attack, right? No,
Yeah.
12 damage attack.
More than. Oh, what a
Man.
good one.
Man. I hate Nutcracker.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's so good. Look
It
at
is-
this! This is
It is pretty
garbage!
strong. Hit him with it.
Look at
Hit
this!
him with it. He checks up 5, and he rides the line. Nope, not quite.
Alright, so how good is his hand that he did? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter how good his hand is because it's the threat of his hand that's so good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So here we have a. Do you think this is winnable for Iori from here?
I
question.
think so, but
I think so,
only if
Possibly.
Goro does not have a breaker breaker card.
Mm.
If Goro has any amount of breaker, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard. And Iori has to check hot. Like he actually is going to have to. He's actually going to have to sell his soul to the devil.
Well, he's kind of got 7 foundations, I think, if I count this right. So, well, he's got a peak with Orphan Alchemist. He's got Irritable Archimate for 2. It comes with a price and an untap with Living with Termination. Then he's got an untap on the Nightmare card, right?
Yeah.
So we have a 2, and then 3 more. Yeah, so he kind of has 7, 8 foundations with Iori. He's got a pool clear with Iori. 36 is so much, though.
It is quite a bit.
Like, he has a Yatagarasu, he has still 30, and he has 1 clear. Feels like another Yatagarasu. Burn him. It seems like 1 Yata that clears itself and draws 2. And he has, like, a burn with Iori R for 3 more. Still 27. He has some Life Force threads, and he has no damage pump, and...
Does he not have?
one...
Does this card not give damage? Oh, it does not. This I thought.
yes,
Irritable was the other one. Oh, but he's got Worthy Vessel.
Yeah, that's actually huge.
I great. Did we check a 3 here?
Yeah, that was the check.
Off the gate?
Good start.
Dang.
Good start. We got this. No big deal.
Dang.
And hey, yeah, this is coming in for 10 and getting a momentum.
Fair.
Assuming he's gonna Worthy Vessel it. And yeah, you definitely Worthy Vessel because you have 3 bullet. You have 3 in the holster or in the. What's the metaphor I'm looking for? In the barrel in the clip.
Sure.
3 in the clip. Yeah, there we go. And to fire off Iori, and you put yourself to 1, but that's a-okay. You get 2 more. You get 4 more draws.
Yeah. I mean, the 4 cards might be the difference between winning and losing. And all it takes. Oh, is this all deck not running big shots?
Nope.
Wow. The balls on this guy.
I mean, I don't love big shots in Goro necessarily.
Really?
Like, they're fine. You can do it. Like, they're fine. I don't think they're a staple. Like, I would run Nutcracker in 100% of decks. I would run big shot in maybe like 50 to 70% of decks. I think they're good, but it's kind of committal, and I think critically, I think it's sort of like a very big open it's an invitation to run into hate, right? Like, you run into an overly dramatic, right? And
Yeah.
now you traded one of your precious 4 cards in hand for they flipped a foundation. That's
For
a
sure.
terrible deal.
I think like it's definitely. I mean, even if the big shots were just your sideboard, right, or your sideboard turned into a non-big shot deck, I think just being able to just say I draw 7 selective cards when this works.
Yeah, I mean, Goro definitely dredges his deck pretty fast, and like you definitely want to be doing that. So you're gonna have access to a lot of them when you want to go off, and he does like the numbers.
And more importantly, being able to say like I have at minimum 52 life, not to mention -3 speed to block whatever I want, is like so powerful. Like just the big shots on defense of like throw 3 attacks, hold 1 blue card, and be like, all right, try it. Like imagine if from here we had just a Judy in hand, Like it like completely and totally changes the whole turn. Goes for the block, makes it happen so we don't get the momentum. I think it's an.
But that's gonna be it, right? Like he's done interacting.
Yeah.
Oh, and is this another empty tech sphere?
Yeah.
And
he checks a 4 on it.
Bad news.
Man, that feels so bad. Oh, he's removing a card.
Oh no,
he's good.
okay.
Let's go.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
This is powerful 6, baby.
This is it. Does.
Wait. Is this it? Is this it?
It might be. He also
Clear
has
the pool 3 momentum, right?
He's got 3 speed on it as well that is not represented because of the ability on Life Force Thread.
Oh, it starts at 6 damage already?
Yeah, starts at 6.
24. This isn't quite it. This is not it already. But he's got an empty card pool and have to deal 7? Is he gonna have to deal 7?
That's what I'm seeing.
24? 24 plus 3. He's only have to deal 4 because of Iori R.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did we not ready? It comes with a price.
He did already.
Okay, cool.
I think when he flipped over the determination.
Fair.
Whoa.
I'm in.
Oh, technical sphere, baby. Wow. It's not even Worthy Vessel's a 2 of in this deck. Holy crap. I remember yelling at someone to just play 4 copies. I remember actually it was Field and Jesse were working together on the Iori deck, and I was helping them with, and I was giving them my opinions on it.
Yeah.
And I was telling them just play 4 Soul of the Sword. It's busted. Soul of the Sword is busted. It's insane. It's free damage. Like you just want damage.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. Damage is very important, and especially their deck was a little bit more geared towards many. It was kind of geared towards leaning on Iori's draw 2 effect more than anything else. Yep. Take 27.
Ouch.
Didn't expect that, did you?
With 5 cards in hand, 3 committable cards to pass checks.
He missed the Life Force Thread damage, but I think it doesn't matter. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Life Force Thread's pretty good.
I was talking all the smack, like, yeah, well, we did figure it out. We figured out he needs he needs powerful 6 to win, and here's the powerful 6 coming from the back door. He didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Wow, game 3, and we'll see if we can get the game with no nice dragons.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like stop here. And that makes sense of why he chose to continue attacking on his turn, because he has a zero modifier, and then a stop that is fairly unlikely to be able to even succeed.
Yeah, plus 3 speed. I mean, going back to the idea of +2 versus +3. Obviously, +3 is way better if you get it on everything. Duh.
Yeah.
But like.
Oh yeah, Iori versus Scorpion.
Yeah, pay 3 versus pay 2. And then, like, Scorpion's allowed to, like, pump the brakes halfway through his turn and then just sit and say, every one of my attacks has that powerful 6, but I don't pay the momentum.
Yeah, and I think Scorpion, he has, Iori kind of has a feel bad situation, right? If you're at 2 life, you're crying. You're destroyed. You do nothing. You feel terrible about yourself.
Right.
Iori very much starts the game at 28 life and wants. He doesn't want to be in desperation this very instant, but his life total is his resource bar. It's in a very real way. He burns it all down. He gets into desperation. His cards get a little easier, but it's really about getting to use that ability as many times as possible. And Scorpion, he wants to enter that desperation state because that's when he begins to play the game for real.
Yeah, he goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Iori just starts off in Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
But sometimes, his power level isn't necessarily quite as high. His ceiling isn't high.
Fair. I like that. Oh, born better, born better, born better.
Ice Dragon, come in. Come
Ice
on.
Dragon, Ice Dragon. Fuck him up.
Just give him the duck. Oh no!
Oh,
What?
no, it's not. I mean, it's not happening. But like,
Oh, okay. That was on
yeah.
7. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
what you're popping off, dude? You were so excited.
I was kidding about the attacks. No, stop. Not like this.
I mean, that said discard one more card out of your deck.
Yeah.
If
no,
you'd have found an Ice
Doesn't have a
Dragon there,
block.
it'd have been
It's
great. I mean, in worst case scenario, he picks it up next turn. It's like it's no different than what happened. He reviews the card in his hand, and he could literally get the exact same cards.
Man, I love Orphan the Alchemist is such a bomb card in this deck. Oh man.
Yeah, I think
if he'd had an Orphan the Alchemist, he could have canceled the Worthy Vessel last game.
Yeah.
Like, there's next level plays, and there's next level plays.
True.
True Identity, that's a big card. I think that's a 3x. Yeah, 3 copies in this deck. He is certainly very happy to see that on turn 1, and I wonder if we're going to see like an inversion of game 1 where we have kind of the player going first fails to make a big play, so to speak. Like, he's just doing normal stuff. You know, maybe he's going to beat down, maybe he's going to do something out here, but he's not going to kill Iori here, I'm almost sure. And then that True Identity is a big resource boost if you're doing a big Iori turn with like 4 or 5 attacks. And that's that's what he's here for.
I have a friend that says you play True Identity out of 3 of and nothing else.
Hey man, I play Creed You got a 4 of in a 59 card deck every time.
He's like, 4 is too many, you'll clog a bit too much. 3 is perfect. 1, what are you doing? 2, try a little harder. Yeah.
I played 2 copies in Yoshimitsu because he doesn't even need it half the time.
Oh, for sure.
Are we flipping?
It appears.
Are you feeling the power thirst for the power flip, or is this gonna be like some reverse? Like, are we gonna slow roll us on a reverse? Okay, 3rd card. Dark Chirito.
Okay. I think Dark Chirito. This is weird. This is a crazy line.
Is this? I think this is like best of a small discard pile, really situation, sort of. You know, like, I don't think he wants.
We pick up foundations and just be chill.
Yeah, like, I mean, he has. I guess he's. Yeah, I think he's like soft locked into power flipping here. Ooh.
It's like, wow. I wish I had that.
Yeah. So he's making this weird power flip. Checking a 6 because just you know, easy game.
Easy.
Any good player would check a 6 there.
A baby game for babies.
You know, why would you not check a 6 there?
It's the optimal play to check a 6. Why would we want to commit a foundation? Table 4 goes to game 3. So Iori and Terry are truly duking it out.
Yeah, Terry even it up there, right?
Kyo's on the sideline, cheering Terry on. Get him!
I didn't think about what our license matchups were here.
Yeah.
And we've got a Mortal Kombat versus King of Fighters going on here.
That's so cool. That never happened.
Mortal Kombat Red Horizon. Mortal Kombat versus KOF versus Darkstalkers, KOF versus Mortal Kombat, KOF versus KOF. KOF highly represented today. Who knew?
He
Are we going for the bad DCs? Wild.
I super messed up who's on the left and who's on the right. My bad. I will fix that.
That's why I try to say, like, yeah, Iori's doing this.
Yeah. I have it labeled on stream. Oh, you know what I do?
We're cutting loose.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yes, this feels like the other end of the Goro spectrum, right? Like, where he's not just hitting Nice Dragon on turn 1. You know, he had just built like 3 like sort of blank foundations on 1. His turn 2 was okay, get a Let's Cut Loose and some very awkward attacks. He's got a Dark Chirito hanging in his hand, possibly off symbol.
Yeah, it's very off symbol. We're not playing the all symbol on that card.
Yeah. Does have Earth, so like he can chain it here, but he will potentially interfere with. It interferes with the Marrying Age he just picked up. If he's trying to block high for some reason. Let me look at my deck list again. I think there is actually not a reason to block high in this matchup. I mean, it blocks Life Force Threat, I guess. It's valuable.
True.
Are we still? Oh, he. Ooh, half blocks. All right.
Do you play the attack? Do you pass?
I definitely want to do something. I want to hit a button. I mean, I don't know what his third card is on top of the D. Like you certainly play one of Shirado or Marrying Age because you can't play them both next turn.
Yeah.
And then which to play depends on your third card.
Personally, I think you just toss the Chirito and put him to 13. It just says he doesn't get to like just draw 1,000 cards. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I would pick in a vacuum. Like if he didn't have the third card for some reason, that's what I would do.
Yeah,
for sure. Because it fills his discard pile more too, right? Like he has multiple meteors now.
Yeah. Neat. Can't wait to watch him pull up face up cards so he gets to keep his face down. So, insane.
Of course he
so
would check an
strong.
Artifice
So
there.
strong. It actually is suboptimal not to check the Artifice Avarice there.
See, would
Like,
you rather have checked an
first,
Artifice
right?
or a 6 on the power flip though?
The 6 on the power flip.
I agree. But now he is constrained by his choice.
Nope,
buddy.
Wrong.
No.
Nope. Incorrect.
Whoa.
Wrong. I have to.
Wait.
No. Sorry, guys.
Just point at it. That is not how resource training works.
Hey, all right, back to spectator mode. Dang, I hope he doesn't lose because of that Artifice Avarice effect of commit your order attack. Gets +2 speed. That'd be pretty rough.
I hope he doesn't win off of having a radiation in his 6-card pile.
That's actually like a bigger one, right? I was making a fun joke. I think we call the judge here. I don't know.
That's probably a good call. Yeah, we got a judge request.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That is the cool thing to do, for sure. Judge. Somebody definitely has a stream open. That's for sure. If one of you guys had the stream open, circle your hand real quick. Just like, fiddle it around. Alright, I was nervous. I was a little nervous. Thought they were going to do it. So, yeah, Iori totally makes his comeback, right? Like, depending on what low block we have in our hand to deal with the powerful?
Yeah, Goro has an awful lot of foundations up here. But
he's got 4, if we count the face down as 2.
Yeah. And, hey, maybe he drilled Let's Cut Loose off of that Artifice Avarice. And so he's going to bring his Marrying Age down into his staging area, and then he's going to check another Artifice off of the Sense of Morals, and etc. But yeah, Iori's got a lot of juice here. He's got a lot of kind of durability to pass to bad control checks between the True Identity and the Azure Nightmare. Iori's ability. He is holding an attack. He goes holding a card over, so he's probably got seeing at least one attack in there.
Apparently they just didn't. I missed the judge coming even into the room.
He was here only briefly. Yeah.
They're just like, hey, knock it off. Learn to simple chain. All right, Life Force Thread coming out, literally playing the exact same turn that we saw before. Check a 3 to start us off.
Tam, talk to me about Life Force Thread, sort of in the broad scheme of the world. Tell me.
I'm sure you want to talk about the fact that it's a 4 mid for 8 throw. And
sure.
This card is very strong. That's for sure. I think that it is I think this card's totally fine. I think this is one of those cards that like lets you have a choice, right? Of do I sit here and I damage reduce this thing from 8 to whatever? Do I sit down and I mean I have to block it, right? And get basically this card says discard a card. Otherwise you're gonna smack me for 8 if I have no DR.
I mean, I've certainly failed blocks to block attacks that have 4 printed speed. That is not a trivial number to block.
Yeah. And so like it is certainly like you look at the grimace on Yusuke's face. He's feeling it for sure.
Okay, yeah. So if he wants to block with his Marrying Age, he taps out all the way because this attack is fast. And if not, he goes to 29.
I think we actually do it. I would have definitely blocked there.
I mean, I have no idea what Goro's last card is. There's a Marrying Age that was face up, right? So I knew that. Okay. Ooh. Check a 6 like a good player. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Born better, born better, born better.
Check a 7, really. Easy game.
Yeah.
You've got the Irritable running here to keep his life total up, so he's going to get a lot of these enhances off.
Yeah. I think the other big thing about this blocking that Life Force Thread is we didn't get the momentum in order to hey man, we're gonna try again. In order to make sure that like if the powerful does happen, like you just fail the block and give them an extra 6 damage.
So he drew the second Let's Cut Loose off the first Let's Cut Loose, or was this off the Artifice?
Honestly, I do not know, but I know we did just draw the third one. Duh, obviously.
Yeah, very easy. And any good player would do that. I picked that meme up like last night from a Runeterra stream, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get very lucky. You say obviously you do that. Any good player would do that.
We now have the option for double Ice Dragon if Iori leaves any foundations up whatsoever. Wowzers! I mean, now we have to, right? I can't.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have another good block, right? You can only draw so many of those.
Yeah.
And now we're playing Fuma Seal check, right?
Or
this is terrible.
Wrap him up again and smack him.
Awful. Does he just need to do like? Is he's digging for Fuma, right? It must be what it is. I mean, like it's so bad because he doesn't get the Iori here to clear his progressive.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true.
If he plays Fuma, he actually needs. He can check a 5 in Fuma, but then he commits his character and doesn't have speed anymore.
Yeah, but at the same time, Goro has a card in the card pool.
Yeah.
No foundations. Like I don't even think it's passable unless you just like rip a 6
so
off
Goro's
the top,
going
right?
to 17.
Man, that feels really, really bad as Iori.
So if he has Yatagarasu, it hard checks on a 3, actually. And then it's going to go to momentum after. It's going to get out of the card pool, whatever it does. He has a check a 5, please. Okay.
That's interesting.
Really ass, but it's 2 more draws. It's not over. This cannot deal damage because it doesn't have any pumps, so it's not getting out of the card pool. It's going to clear something else out of the card pool, and it's going to be 2 more draws, but that's it.
Have we discarded for the Azure Nightmare yet?
Yes. And we miss an Irritable, so that's fine though. Doesn't do anything.
Goro's impatient. He's like, how about you kill me quicker? At least I gave you the common courtesy of doming you for 10 every time.
man, this DSI would be so much better if he had a momentum. Or if he had, rather, if he had a damage on it anywhere.
I mean, it gets to.
He's gonna have 3 momentum, but
does Iori have to deal damage?
yes.
After it deals damage? Ooh, yeah, you're right. It would be way better.
Yeah, non-throw deals damage. So we're seeing kind of the trade-offs involved in this deck building a little bit here. And you know, if he found a Yada, this is still winnable, but like I think he needs like Yada into
A second
multiple
Yada?
Yadas. Like yeah. I mean, his Yadas are only on 5 difficulty here, and he has a +2 with Irritable, so like
It's a +2.
and they're on Irritable commits for +2 your check blade desperation attack.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah, play that with From Hell. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds it. From Hell in this deck sounds great.
That was my thought. That's been my thought a few times. Is just From Hell Iori. Get there. It's so chonky.
I actually think he might not have it, and that's the reason he's taking so long. Is he trying to figure out, can he build a foundation?
I mean, yeah, he's trying to figure out how to best go about yachting. That's as bad as a 3.
Yeah. Do we actually commit Iori there? What's this thing's speed?
That doesn't really help. I don't think. Does he have? He has 2 momentum, or does he have 3? He has 3.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, he's drawing. What is he trying to draw to? Oh, he discarded it comes with a price. That's. I am betting on Colby to win this one. You can't fail after it comes when he comes with a price.
That's fair.
He's got a second Yada in his hand. He's going to draw into the 3rd Yada off of that, and Goro's not going to have a +1 mid block. So we didn't have it there. I think the only attack he can successfully play here is Yada, right?
Yeah.
Yatagarasu, yeah. Life Force Thread doesn't work. Fuma Seal sure doesn't work. Tech Sphere beyond an 8, so yeah, it doesn't work either. Has to hard check a 6. And that's the match.
Yeah.
It was a valiant effort, but the draws just couldn't quite get there.
Unless
this just does nothing.
Unless it's not blocked, it goes to momentum. We Yada.
I guess
discard our 2 momentum, burn for 6, draw 2.
Okay, actually, yeah, he can find double Yada now. It's live.
And
it's real slim.
Not be blocked.
Yeah, he has to get it's 1 speed mid for a game. If he has the Yada here and he has the Yada leagues.
Dang. Cancel those responses, Goro. Well, congratulations to Colby for making it this far. Shout outs to Goro for pushing on through. Sounds like we were waiting on one last match.
Yeah, very, very innovative, very creative Iori deck build here. Like, Life Force Thread, is not I mean, we saw Tim Freeleaf's Iori build dipping his toes into the throw waters, but he was playing Vicious Madness.
Yeah.
And yeah, Life Force Thread, very different angle. Fuma Seal, super awesome card. Makes a ton of sense here. The amazing Technical Sphere plays. But yeah, not quite enough to stand up to the really just relentless beatdowns from this Goro deck.